difficulty. So, like I was saying, here at the beginning of the day, we had this big move, successfully turning resistance into new support. Right, we turn it into new support, and then there's another rally increasing with momentum, moving forward into this like move higher with the full retracement. A lot of ground covered, but move higher with the full retracement. That's the art card, and it kind of took us into this little bit of a decline here between 10 and 11. Hey, buddy, you want to come up? And my frustration is, I mean, this is really accurate, but my frustration is I expected it, like the pre-market to be lower so that this whole pattern would have been down at these price levels rather than up at these price levels. But we are coming up at the end of the day on this. It's supposed to be bearish here at the end of the day, but I really kind of feel like in the last few minutes we're gonna have a pretty big move higher. Not my best work here, guys, but again, retrograde will do that. Can't win them all. So hopefully some people got in to a long position here. Hermes, you're sleeping on my mouse, buddy. So hopefully people, here we go. See, we're going to break out right here in like the last 15 minutes or so. We'll probably do this like breakout here, and it'll take us to near overbought territory or to overbought territory here. Interesting. This, I'll probably be able to read the situation better next time, in that I saw this overbought territory in the morning, and then we had the correlation again in at the end of the day here, and you can see how we had in the morning overbought territory, and then we moved higher, and then we came back. We're coming back to overbought territory here at the end of the day, so pretty solid. Hey, Tabriz. Yeah, I know. I expected it to open in the pre-market much lower. My fault, Tabriz. Not my best work at all. The reading's still accurate. There's just components missing, which is very. It's how Mercury retrograde goes. Let's take a look. So Hermes, why are you in my way, buddy? This rally kind of halts tomorrow, but I think we probably go higher into like midday tomorrow. Right, we'll have this overbought kind of thing going on here. That's near overbought crest here. Possibly another high at the end of the day, actually. But then we drop pretty notably overnight or throughout the day and or overnight. And then on right, so there's probably like a drop overnight here or a decline early in the morning tomorrow. But I mean, we won't really have much of an opportunity in the midst of that drop because we're going to have a move out of the drop from the bottom of a range to the top of a range taking place first thing in the morning. This is going to be a pretty mixed day, but I think overall to the upside. Well, the high is either midday or end of day, but after that, there's a pretty notable drop. Um, what's up, buddy? Right. I think the decline probably continues, either starts at the end of the day on the 30th, or it starts like overnight on the 30th, 31st. And it's kind of mixed on the 31st, but to the downside is my sense. It's tricky because we've got this really strong decline theme card, but we have a high correlator at the end of the day, and the high and the low are within close time proximity to each other. So we go from like a low to a low, and then there's like this move to a high, and then we should have a gap of some kind. My sense is that there's most likely a gap here between the 31st and the 1st, and it's most likely going to be to the downside. To Braze, I mean, it depends. It's the. Are we talking about short? Your short 443 shares? I guess there's no puts involved. It's kind of risky because I don't think the rally's over. But if you can hold tight, you might get a good opportunity on Friday. But this is all bullish. Like Friday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are looking pretty bullish for the most part into a high there. A first, like, highest high, first one, but the higher high is going to be at the end of the month. Right, so this is the resistance here. We're going to meet this resistance that we've met many times before and failed to break through. And it looks like that's probably what's taking place here. Right around where we are right now. I'm going to call that cruelty, which we do in yellow, because it's the swords. But I think that's pretty decent. See, if you look over here, looks like we've kind of reached the upper end of the range. But tomorrow we rally at least into midday. Will AMLI continue to rally? $2. Sorry, AV, I just noticed that. Will AMLI continue to rally through the remainder of this week? So it's interesting. It's a yes card, but it's also the completion card, which indicates it completion of the rally. Usually, I want to make sure this is a yes card. I'm almost positive it's a yes card, but I just want to double check. It's a yes, like I thought. Excuse me, guys. I had somebody comment earlier, insanely inaccurate. They're totally banned. Poor guy came on the wrong day, saw one of our worst readings, and is like, oh, this guy's full of it. Now he's banned because he was too ignorant to do his homework. Like, I do this for free. That kind of person really, really hurts, pisses me off. Doesn't hurt so much, but it pisses me off. It's offensive. Do your homework, realize who you're dealing with before you open your big mouth. Hey, Dumb Money. I'm just gonna call you Dumb Money because it's a cool name. Carolyn. And see, it's very much like a situation. So we're supposed to have an important resistance highlighted today that we failed to break through many times before. And we do. We have it right here. It's highlighted at the end of the day. I mean, we failed to break through these price levels a few times. It's just we were expecting it to be here, which when you think about it in actuality isn't really a few times. It's like maybe once or twice. This is much more of like it's happened a few times. It happened over here as well, you know. So that's a retrograde thing that happens. Hey, Robert. Where are our retrograde? I said metrograde. Our retrograde lines. That's very E-tradey during retrograde. Erase my lines. 3rd and the 23rd. th and the 30th, right? So you can see right now what's forming, guys, is we had this decline into a trough and then this little bit of like a return here at the end of the day to the upside. And then we came to the pivot point and we did this reversal back down roughly about the same, not quite, and then made this move back to the upside. And now we're very likely going to hang out around this price level, or maybe do like a slightly moved higher move, like you see taking place here. Keep in mind, it's not going to be an exact mirror image because the weekends don't line up. So parts of the pattern for this section won't appear here, and parts of the pattern from this section won't appear here. So you have to go with the overall trend. The weekends throw it off. It's almost too convenient that they don't have charts with weekends on them. Oh, sorry. Will it hit $2? AMLI. Does AMLI rally to $2 this week? I got a yes. And it was a similar energy to the completion card. It was the Chariot card, which is a sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline. Nice BTC pump prediction at the end of the month. Appreciate it, Carolyn. Dumb money. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. You want to go down, buddy? No? You want to stay over here? Okay. Okay. Make up your mind. Goofball. Look at that boom. Look at that move, guys. Said last 4 days, so we were kind of like off by a day. We had this crisscross back and forth 3 times through the same price level, but the move didn't start until the 29th. So we're not exactly off, but pretty big move there. And this will be like a new local high tomorrow. It's already technically a new local high, but there'll be like a new significant move, guys. A move higher through key resistance. But then the following day, we also have, like, after we come off of that high to the downside, the following day we have a move out of that to the upside again. Hermes, you're too much, you know. You're too much. You just want to sit in my arm, huh? Okay. Do we see 452 tomorrow? Does SPY reach 452 tomorrow? Yes or no? I got a yes with the breakout card. Meaning it might go higher. Man, what a move that is. But remember, guys, if you miss the the cool thing about retrograde is if you miss the opportunity, you usually get one more chance. You just have to be capable of, like, or you have to be able to tolerate high volatility, high price, like wide price swings in small amounts of time. $2 space in September? I don't think so. It already looks like it's coming out of that decline. Like I said, at the end of the month, there would be a significant move to the upside. Right, so we already have the beginning of this move. Last couple days of the month. We nailed this overall theme here, this sideways rotation with a sharp drop taking us to a support level that was a past opportunity. And right, we moved to the upside yesterday. And rally increases with momentum today. With a fast sudden move higher tomorrow, should be bullish as well. And then we likely establish support at a higher price level on the 31st. I don't see us going to $2, my friend. If we did, it would be like right here around the 5th, 6th, but highly doubtful. I think the 15th is probably going to be a pretty big move to the upside. I have a sense that the 15th is going to be a pretty big move to the upside. Like, this is most likely like a new high here on the 19th. Like, they're very unlikely we go to $2. I think that's well behind us. And hey, Randy, I never said hey. Like, Randy, like September's looking really bullish for SPC. You're welcome, AV. LTC crypto early November. That's Litecoin, right? The heck? What do I see for Litecoin in November? Between now and November, Litecoin overall trend direction, sideways rotation, kind of mixed, and then overall trend behavior in November, bumping along resistance, pretty bullish, but like more bumping along resistance, maybe breaking through a few times as we bump along resistance. Yeah, to Braze, I wouldn't worry about $2. I don't see that happening, my friend. Yeah, that would be outrageous. When do I see Bitcoin retracing? I mean, overall, throughout September, it's moving to the downside. But when does that start? Probably around, we probably flatten off here at the very beginning of September. And then there's a peak that we sell off pretty notably from on the 3rd, 4th. And then probably back into key price level. Like pretty mixed throughout here. Pretty mixed. Like it's bearish price swings, actually, it looks like, more so than a sharp drop. Bearish price swings, which makes sense. There should be some notable price swings with retrograde. MSTR for the remainder of the year. What's the overall trend direction for MSTR from now till the end of 2023? Significantly higher. It's a fast, sudden move higher. Yeah, I mean, if there was $2 SPC, I would recommend buying at that level. My God. I kind of feel like there's some definitive stock manipulation going on with the stock. It doesn't mean you can't make money. It's just when things don't go as expected more than just a little bit, it's usually an indication of somebody changing, like they're making decisions based on decisions that are being made, if that makes sense. PLSX or Sol? Which one's more bullish? Probably Sol. I don't know PLSX, but let's ask. Pulse. I feel like maybe I did something about this one. My first sense is Sol. My second sense is Sol. Let's ask the cards what they have to say. Pulse, Sol. It looks like in the next bull run, actually, PLSX is going to move more than Sol. But if I had to look at them like overall, it's hard to shuffle with Hermes literally laying in my arm. He just wouldn't have it any other way. Such a big baby. It's tough. They're both solid overall. Actually, I might have to do something on this pulse. Let me see if I did anything on this. I might have done a reading on this. It does sound kind of familiar. No, I think it's on the list to do. It's on the list now, in any case. Will GWSO hit $4 before going down? I think that's a pretty significant, like a pretty hard yes. Yes or no? I gotta know. Let me do that again. Good old retrograde. I got a yes that time, so 2 out of 3 is how we'll do it. Which is how most psychics would do yes or no answers 3 times. I gotta know again. It'll probably like come in just shy of $4. Yeah, it'll probably come in just shy of $4. Which is more bullish, PLS or PLSX? I could say the money, if like the idea of possibly purchasing either of them has come to you within like the period of this retrograde, I would say avoid the idea. Put it on a list of ideas to revisit at the end of retrograde. It may not seem like such a great idea, but let's take a look. PLS versus PLSX. Hard to say. They're both mixed. Hard to say. All right, my friends, with that said, I'm going to roll. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You do so here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. Where did that website go? Where we ask that you donate 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities at the resources tab. And 5% of the profits back to the channel, leaving you with 90%. Make sure to spend that money out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you're an angel investor of the channel. The universe is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel, my friends. Blessings. I'll see you guys on the next one.